Hi there.
Hello.
Welcome to the world of Mario Paint.
Welcome back, folks. Roth here. I think
Hi
tonight
there,
we can be
and
hopping
welcome to
back
the
onto
world
some
of
more Mario
This
paints
is a game
to do
that's
some more
all about
drawings.
creation and fun.
Here's the
In
trailer.
fact,
I'll
you
play
can
this
even play
again,
with
and
the
then
game logo. See,
we'll
this
hop
letter
onto
changes
the app.
Mario's size, and this one makes Yoshi appear.
Pretty
And
hilarious
then
trailer.
this one, whoa! Quick, start the video. Start the In this mode, you can select from a few existing pictures and color in each part using the Fill paintbrush. You can also click on Mr. Crayon to swap between other color and pattern options. You can even fill in Yoshi with more Yoshis, if that's your thing.
More
Here's where you can create
Yoshis.
something entirely your own using the different available tools. And if you make a mistake, just click the undo dog icon to go back a step.
Bark, bark.
With the
Buck.
Nintendo Switch 2 system, you can use either a left or right Joy-Con 2 controller as a mouse to cultivate your creative creations. And if you have a Nintendo Switch, you can plug in a compatible USB mouse. Oh, speaking of loose mice, let's go check out the break room.
Loose mice? What?
Welcome to the break room. Through the magic of neglect, our team converted a perfectly serviceable garbage can into a soggy, steaming pile of sickness. And, well, this is how you get flies. On the bright side, this is a great place to blow off some steam by slapping the proverbial paint off these bugs. Just watch out for King Watinga. He's
Oh yeah, I played the
in a
minigame
good mood.
yesterday. I lost so
What do
many
you mean
hands.
that's not fun? This mode is a great place to create game sprites and other objects
let's call
one
the
pixel
break
at a
room.
time. You can save up to 15 different stamps.
There's a stamp
and even
mode.
create
I learned
larger
more about the
objects
stamp
by
mode. It's
piecing
a
them
good way
together.
to
Fun fact, do you know why it says special stamp in the frame?
make
If so,
presets.
please tell me, as I didn't have time to check
Presets,
that before
brushes,
this
pretty
video was
much.
due. Here you can animate your creations and really start to bring them to life. You can animate up to 9 frames before they repeat. And then you can move them along a path, like this. Hey, that looks pretty good. But there's one more thing we should add before we're done. In this mode, you can select from 15 different sounds to help bring the song in your heart to the outside world. And yes, we do have a dog, cat, pig, goose, and baby as sound options. In this case, let's compose something for our favorite pharmacological plumber. I call this piece that one Dr. Mario song I found within the Mario Paint Player's Guide, or Fever for short. Now that we've combined all the elements, let's take a look at our completed scene. This looks great, so we're ready to save our work. Previously with Mario
making
Paint,
sure
you
we're
had to visit this
live on
roadblock
each
to
of the
save your finished
platforms.
creation. And you still can whenever you feel like jamming out to this sweet beat. But with a Nintendo
sweet
Switch Online
beats.
membership, you can now utilize different suspend points to preserve 4 completed masterpieces.
Alright, let me see. You can clear the desk a bit. Alright, hello. Welcome back. We got a Joy-Con 2s. I think that's how they're officially calling it.
Welcome to the world of Mario Paint. This is a game.
Let's close this. Let's open up the Super Nintendo app again. They've now rebranded the Super Nintendo app to Nintendo Classics, which they added at the end. So this requires mouse. I'm not sure if the Switch 1 version would be compatible. You may be able to plug in a mouse, like a computer mouse, to the regular Switch 1, I mean, dock, and then maybe people will be able to use it. Otherwise, Switch 2, Joy-Con 2s, you gotta set it on the desk and then move around like that. So you can see the cursor in the center there, as I move around. And then after a while, if you pick it up, it would auto-detect that it'll be in Joy-Con mode instead of mouse mode at the top there. So a little demonstration of how it works. So the logo here, you can, spawn Yoshi and also drop the A over here. Oh, missed up. You can also adjust the sensitivity of the mouse cursor. I'm not sure what you're supposed to do here though. Did a handstand. It's almost like a little mini game, like a micro game for WarioWare or something. Alright, so we're at the canvas. I'm going to clear the desk a bit. There's a bunch of dust, and I'll remove the keyboard. Hopped on a little late tonight. Just trying to look for backup modem, because we've been getting some internet issues. Xfinity has been failing on us, I think, for the past few days. Like the service seems to be very spotty since it's summertime, and I feel like maybe the towers that they have set up are just like powering down or too heated. All right, Joy-Cons that would zoom around like Tron bikes or something. This would be the grip to play regular games and stuff. Similar to the regular Switch one's grip, but compatible with Joy-Con 2s. So let me see. Before we start, I'm going to show the screenshots of what we drew yesterday. It was an all-nighter drawing these, but we got the let's go backwards. We got the White Blaze drawing last night. Did that, and it's how it looks like when you do the erase. So that's been uploaded. This exact clip has been uploaded to Blue Sky and Twitter, if folks want to see that. I may do a time lapse of the drawing and maybe separate it to its own post for a YouTube side. Otherwise, the entire stream of yesterday has been archived to there. And then with that, there's some screenshots there. I just boot it back up so I can actually capture the screenshot. I also added the whiskers to White Blaze there. Yesterday was also Tiger Day, so I thought to draw White Blaze and also Derpy Tiger from K-pop Demon Hunters. So this was like much later, like well after midnight last night, I think. And this clip is also been posted to both Twitter and Blue Sky. So yeah, those are two drawings that we did so far. I think once we hop back in, we'll get a third drawing going. Also rode an Exceed Stone in Deadman, so I'll probably show that on Saturday. Let's go back into here and figure out what we're gonna draw. Let me see, change the input. So I noticed. So I learned a few things about this this Mario Paint just last night. The stamp feature and all that. It's pretty neat. Let me see if I can adjust the cursor speed. So if I go over here, I can adjust the speed. Oh, let me see if. Let's see if this is. Oh, I can also load up the drawing. So if I go, whereas I think it's this one here, the center, I can actually load up a past project. And then I'll click Start. I don't know if we can actually select file or multiple files. I think it's just like one file. But what I should have done the first time, I think this is the first time. Okay, so load up this. And then from here, this is where I can actually save the work. And then it will load it back up when you boot up the Super Nintendo. If this is on an international system and stuff. And then you do load, it will load up whatever that's been saved to the cartridge itself. It's also a color book where you can further color, I guess color over it or something, I don't know. There's also this, there's just preset images that you can select. Undo that, and then just head back. So that would save like the animation and the music if you were to write music on it. So Mario Paint would allow you not only to draw, in my opinion, it's, I don't know, in short, it is very much like MS Paint, but worse. Like half MS Paint, pretty much, for the drawing portion of it. And then there's a way to animate. You can add multiple frames, and then you can also write music to add to it. So there's the music portion. We can compose and just create your own melody and stuff, and just have it loop. It's pretty neat. Maybe someday we'll get to this to do our custom melody, but demonstrated most of it yesterday. And I think this is the choice of music. So right now we're hearing this one. I think the majority of yesterday was listening to this one, and then on the second drawing I set it to this one. This is more ambient. Haven't heard this one yet, so maybe we'll select it later on tonight. And this is to display the image. That's coffee break is to play the minigame. The fly swatter minigame. So there's like a boss fight and stuff. So get out of there. I like the font style for the pause. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the gist of it. So I guess we'll start with a new drawing. There's the eraser tool, just animate it. I think let's try this one. And there you go. Alright, let's go back to the drawing board. Alright, I have to figure out what we're gonna draw tonight. Let's do a black background. Let's see, today is cheesecake day, not cheesesteak. Although it'd be awesome to have a cheesesteak right now. But I'm not sure if I want to do any food. I think I want to do like I don't know, maybe a Nintendo character or something. I know that tomorrow's Nintendo Direct. Yeah, apparently we're going to see a whole bunch of third-party announcements. Maybe something from the Xbox side of things. That could be a Halo game. Imagine seeing Halo announced for Switch. Anyways, I have my copy of Diddy Kong Racing DS. This one that had online play. And I don't know, maybe I'll draw like Diddy Kong or something in the carts. I'll probably use this as like a reference where I just draw the Diddy Kong on the cover. Alright. Contemplating. Let's see if I can open up stream page to get it in view. I can see how the stream is looking. Alright. Okay, making sure things are running. Alright. Let's see. So this is how my desk is looking. We got the Wii U gamepad over there, the Joy-Cons, Switch 2 is over there. Got copies of Zelda Collector's Edition, and I think back there's Wind Waker with Ocarina of Time disc, 2-disc pack. Yeah, 2 game bonus disc, and the second disc is the Master Quest of Ocarina of Time. GameCube controller for the Wii. I think it's just a regular GameCube controller imported from Japan. It's the white edition. I may want to try and figure out how to connect that to the Switch dock. Alright. Oh. I was thinking to maybe also bring out the other phone stand or Wii U gamepad stand. Let's see what I can do for the background. I think it's important to get the background Let's do a blue sky. There's also these checkered patterns here. I feel like I might start making my own patterns, especially for this drawing and for each drawing that I do, because you don't get to mix and match in the way that you want. So, and for this drawing, I kind of want what I want to do with the skies here. I want to get the cyan and the white, because you can't. I actually can do like just the white color. So something like this. Oh, actually, no. Maybe we can actually use this. Yeah. How about the spray? Can we use the spray? Oh, there we go. This also works. It's important to get the background. Do 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 do. Yeah, one of these days I'll definitely want to get like something spooky, you know. I feel like the Derpy Tiger one was already like a spooky enough entry. Oh, definitely want to add some trees and stuff. Let me check out this cover. So this is the cover that we're gonna be doing. I'm just gonna do Diddy Kong and in the background, and that's it. Maybe add a waterfall. Maybe some mountains here, some trees, of course. But I'll take out these characters. Top, bottom. Maybe add a balloon. I don't know about I've got his name already. It's not Tigger, is it? Got his name already. But he'd be one of the playable characters too. Levels, new levels and characters, custom track editor, personal icon creator, and more. Just like Mario Kart DS. Got this one came out. I think I pre-ordered it from Best Buy. I remember the exact. I remember what happened that same day too. One of my friends classmates from high school actually contacted me. We were already graduated high school. But he contacted me out of the blue. At first, I didn't realize it was him. He messaged me on AIM, AOL Instant Messenger, which was a thing back then. and it was on aim, and I didn't realize it was him. They're like, oh yeah. And then we just went for a drive. Oh, here you go. We can probably use these trees here. See how this looks. Oh, you just spray like that? What the heck? Ooh, okay. Interesting. I'll have to draw my own tree. See how this looks like. Should make it so that it's got that distance, you know? So draw distance. Let's get some grass in there. Specks of grass. Dun, dun, dun. Guess I could have like clouds. Let's see. I feel like I need to have this set down somewhere. Didn't want to stay put. Here, let me see if we can get this out of the way. Set it on this thing. There we go. Makes more sense. Hopefully these don't tilt over. See what other patterns we can use. The Yoshi face. Oh boy. Yoshi in the sky. So this is where we can actually make our own patterns here. We're gonna have to make this this part here mostly white. As if it's like I don't know, bright light shining. Oh, we're gonna be clicking all night tonight. Oh, let me try this thing. Whoa! Ooh, might actually make use of that. Do, do, do. Let's go back to this one here. Oh, okay. Oh, I could probably do this shine thing, like spurting out that way and stuff. That'd be a neat idea. So it's something like that. Okay, I think I got an idea. So yeah, to try those other shapes. Like there needs to be some going down this way too. Oh right, there's that line tool. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Do 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 do. There we go. Get that concrete. Oh, I got to cover over the concrete there, the concrete pattern that I drew earlier. I think especially in the center area, it's gotta be like a bright light. Not sure about that last one. Do 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 do. Ooh. It's a very solid line. This one is a square, right? Yeah, it's a square. No, let me see if we can adjust the mouse speed. Today's also been very hot, even hotter than yesterday. My gosh, no wonder why I was on turtle speed. Here, let's get cheetah. Gosh, 3 stars right there. Stick with this. Right, also. And again, like I feel like the enabling the bracket for the Joy-Con 2 is, I don't know, kind of gets in the way. So I gotta like go about it in a way where it's like my palm is like pinning down on the wrist strap. That way it doesn't wiggle around too much and get in the way. So let's see how this goes. Do 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 do. I feel like we're making like a nature scenery. Maybe something that's like that would be akin to like a Pure Moods album cover or something. A CD compilation cover art. Pure Moods. The old commercial that would play on TV back in the 90s. It would have songs like Enigma and Anya. Some of which I still listen to this day. I get really nostalgic for some of those songs. From the 90s into the 2000s, I would listen to those. It would be featured in a lot of films too. Sail away, sail away, sail away. Made a little reference to that while playing some Steam Express demos. Not sure how I'm gonna make the sky any more blue. Could add some clouds, but I do plan to add like a balloon somewhere there. So I need to check on these trees here. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, that guy happened. Also, what I learned yesterday was that you can use the selection tool, and you can select, you click it once, it does like 1 pixel. Otherwise, you can also do, click on it again, you can also do like a bigger size. So I can do this size, that means I can use that same size, whatever I copied there, then I can just paste like that, and it becomes looking like that. So that's like a bigger pixel. I can do like a single pixel, which is like 1/4 of that size. Let's clear these pixels up. And yeah, I can just start using this as like a brush, pretty much. More so like as a stamp. Stamp or brush. Yeah, I feel like sometimes the clicking on the R button is not as great, you know what I mean? Not as great as like a mouse, like a regular mouse. But who knows if Nintendo would put out like a proper mouse for the Switch 2. Switch 2 or Switch 1, whatever. Would be needed. They do one for both systems. And then have like even more mouse-specific games. Did it show a new trailer for Dragon Dive? The upcoming game that uses like mouse mode. Not really mouse mode, but you like use both Joy-Cons like this. It's like you're playing as a character on wheelchairs. This is a sports game. Dunk the ball in a hoop. I'm not sure what that sport is called. It seems like it's just rather basketball, but like you're in wheelchairs. I think this part needs to be more gray. So let's get these or something. Do a spray. Not sure I want to do any grass. Or update more on the grass. Could possibly get back to it at a later time. Oh, I want to add the waterfall too. Boink, boink. Oh, these checkered patterns look like the ones in Sonic. Green Hill Valley. Mix it up with the grass here. Gotta add some more trees. Oh, there's also this pattern. Wow. Yeah, I'm curious about those shapes though. Oh, there's water drops. I can also add some rain. Let's see this one. Also, which one's the stamp? I think it's this one, right? Water droplets. Yesterday was rain day, by the way. Not that we need it or anything. Alright. Let's get to Diddy Kong. I'm going to figure out the size of the head, which is mostly going to be right here. And then I'll have his body, and then maybe the carts like diagonally here. Alright, let's make sure the wristband is out of the way. I feel like I should also maybe start with the cart, and then figure out the size and how it's going to fit in the frame and stuff. Here, you know what? I think what I'll do is I'll do a save states. CLCR. Do creates, and then we'll put it to slot 3. If only they would have more save slots for us to use. Give us like, I don't know, 100 save slots or something for each game. I don't know if that's a thing that they could do, like expand the number of save slots. Actually, let me check. How many can we do? Nope, it's just those 4. Yeah, we make the best of it, right? Yeah, so like the single pixel for, or single use of the pen tool, or pencil tool, how do you want to call it, takes up like 4 pixels. So you gotta like, I don't know, if you want to make use of like single pixel, you gotta like have to create your own or use the stamp. How do you call this? The selection tool, I guess. And then you just click it once without moving the mouse. So I want to make sure I get his face. Just trying to determine like the size. Oh. And this face is gonna be somewhere about this size, I think. Just gonna roughly go around. And then there's the hat. Goes around that way. In the ear. I'll make sure I have enough room for the cart itself. Let's do like a darker gray. I'll have to like squeeze the image in. Where's the wheel? Somehow the way to design the cart for Diddy Kong Racing, it's very much like a shoe, like a very shiny shoe. With wheels on it. I think the wheels are supposed to be a lot bigger. Maybe it's like a mix of red and orange. Wheels look a lot like pumpkins in a way. So there's one in the front and then another set of 2 in the back. I'm not sure if there's any size difference. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, that's right. Nintendo Direct tomorrow. There's gonna be a bunch of like AAA titles heading to Switch 2, Switch 1 maybe. But it's gonna mix of both systems. It's not entirely the end of Switch 1 yet, as people thought on the previous Direct. There's bound to be more titles, I think, throughout the rest of the year for Switch 2, Switch 1 and Switch 2. Gotta make that part look more circular. So for the smaller one, use the right green. Doo-doo. Oh. It's gonna be like slanted a little bit. glass. Accessibility, right? Accessibility. Start options. Let's see. What's the shift tab, right? Oh, alt tab. Let me see. Alt tab. Magnifier to close. But be careful. I'm trying to help Pete browse around with the magnifying glass for Windows. Really, it's not ever used the magnifying glass before. You know, it's been in previous Windows OSs. It's since like XP or something, or even Windows 98. I miss the days of when they had Pinball 3D for Windows 98, onwards to like XP, I think. But I think by the time they put out Vista, they had issues trying to port that game over to Vista. But man, I used to play Pinball 3D a whole lot. I was so addicted to it. It's a great casual. Whenever I'm bored, just like pop it open, just play some Pinball 3D. Oh yeah, I realized I had a Funky Kong icon in the top corner. Do you miss Funky Kong from Mario Kart? Here's the size of the cat. Also, they changed the look for Diddy Kong, or what is it, Bonanza, I think? I think for some of the from the official artwork that Nintendo's been putting out, they changed the look for Diddy Kong slightly. Oh, you know what? I should probably also change the my Mii avatar's hat and get Diddy Kong in there. So now I think I still have it. It's a cowboy hat. Let's see. Swap to the other screen real quick. Do 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 do. The avatar. Here's the cowboy hats. Diddy Kong. There we go. Hopefully the sound is still going through. Let's change the input back. Here, let me put it over here. I don't know. I think it's kind of in the way. I think it's best just to put it there. Do 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 do. Apparently there's only one brown color. I think I want to get it to... Oh, I think this color here is probably the best fit. It's a checkered pattern for brown and black. So I think once I fill this in, I can probably do a fill of that pattern. So I'll just stick to the solid colors for now. Well, there's also an update for Mario Kart World that just released. They seem to have brought back the 3-lap option for the online random versus races that people were complaining about. And there's a frequency of how much that would pop up. For me, it was not much of an issue because you can still select some of the courses. It's just not, you don't get the traditional 3-lap courses in the random versus race. Whereas you can still select it when it's like a private/friends lobby. Just not in the random online ones, which people were mad about. There's also seemed to have patched the some of the glitches that happened, where you can essentially fly up in the air and stay suspended in the air by performing a trick off of a ramp, and then you can stay suspended in the air, basically just like flying around the map and stuff, which is pretty wild. Can't really see, like, what? It's so dark under there, under the hat. Even with the lamp is not as lit. I'm looking at the see how the hair looks underneath the cap there. I'll just make it up as we go, I guess. Give him like a stylized look. Do. So I think the cap is going to be extended out a little more, possibly even reaching the border. Because this hat does extend a lot outward. But I may have to fill the bottom part of the cap with a texture, like a black/red texture. If there is one. If not, I might have to make my own pattern for it. Or stamp. How do you want to call it? Pixel. Okay. Oh. At this stage, he looks more like Chunky Kong a bit. I may have to reduce his mouth size. Looking more like a Ninja Turtle here. Like shape-wise, is like Ninja Turtle-ish. Yeah, I might reduce this side here. Maybe increase the eye shape a bit. This would be like more outward. But think of the Diddy Kong Racing soundtrack, the CD, where's the shape of Diddy Kong's head, pretty much. Like the actual CD of it. I was moving some things around and I found my Zelda soundtracks, the CDs. It's like a stack of them. I think a couple of them were sent from Club Nintendo when it was still called Club Nintendo before they closed down, and converted to My Nintendo. Or maybe it was My Nintendo. I don't know. I think it was Club Nintendo. It was like many years ago. It's during like the Wii and 3DS era when they were porting Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask to the 3DS. So when you register those games, you can get the soundtrack and poster for free just by registering them to the account, to the website. I still have those. And also the original cartridges. Oh. I got expanded the eye about. Do. Okay. The eyes are almost set. I do like that shape of it. The shape is very close to how I want it. Mouse shape, I think I need to slim down this part here. A tiny bit. I'll probably get back to that. We also need to add the ear. But man, his head looks a lot bigger than it should. almost as big as the card itself. But I think the card is supposed to like tilt in perspective where we see the cards closer, appearing closer than a. Let's see, get this. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use the circle thing. Oh, it's not. We cannot tilt it. I don't think. Oh no! Yeah, we can't tilt it. That would be good to use for the rim. Oh, undo that one. You might have to draw it manually. I think I'll do a black circle first. I think eventually I'll want to add some shine across the center. Whoa! You can't even see like the space that we're gonna be putting the mark down and stuff. It's not like Photoshop though. Oh. You don't see the circle that we're going to be filling it in. Yeah. Stuff to do. Yeah, I think this part here needs to get the heck out of here. Let's go for a smaller brush. Ooh. Swap to blue. Okay. My gosh. I think it's gonna be tough to try and perfect the circle. Alright. I think I'll come back to that border. See, the green I think should go up a little more. Ooh. Man, if only it was just a single pixel. I could deal with the 4x4, 2x2, whatever it's called. Man. You gotta like imagine how like a circle is created in pixels. Extending the row of pixels 2, 3, and then 1, or 3 and then 2 and then 1 in sequential order and stuff. You gotta be like so used to making like drawing circles in pixels. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, now let's get the white. Although I feel like this should be in light gray before I add the white. Probably just go back in later. Let's go for the bigger brush. Ooh, man. Gotta be careful. I think it has to be a little bit thinner. Come on. Whew, man. That is rough, man. And it's not supposed to be like... It's supposed to be like a circle at an angle. That's the thing too, it's not like... It's not just a simple like, oh yeah, create a circle using the circle tool. Nope. You gotta actually get it to look like an angle. Facing that away. Mouse, come on. Something like this, I think. On the right page. Ooh. Come on, get that one pixel in. There we go. Yeah, something like this. They gotta raise the black border here a bit, but it should be as like 2 pixels from the white. I want to say, yeah, maybe like at least 2 pixels, or at most. But you know, I think this part here needs to be extended. Extended. Extend and expand. Here, let me see if we can use this thing here. Makes it a little bit easier. Pixel by pixel. There we go. Much better. Alright. Now if I can get the blue, I can go in more detail. Come on. Ooh. My gosh, get that. There we go. Do I want to keep this one? Come on. I don't know why it keeps on going around it. There we go. Yeah, I don't know about that. Might decrease the... Oh, I don't know. I think making the black pixel there a little lower. But I think I can also fix that by adjusting this part here. And then going in here. Come on. Ooh. Yeah, something like that. Then now I gotta like adjust the other parts so they all match. Yeah, that's tough to do, man. Trying to get like what looks like a ring, you know, around that. Alright, I gotta identify this. There needs to be another pixel there. Oh, come on. No, did the wrong one. It's not as smooth as you'd like. I think it's a little bit more smoother when you have the bracket off. So maybe I'll take the bracket off for now. Yeah. Oh. Now the wristband is not in the way. Oh, much better, man. That's what I had to do last night, too. Alright. Let's grab this. There we go, smoothing that out. Come on. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, now the frame is looking more like 1 pixel away. Let's see if I can get the I don't know. Should I stick with the 1 pixel? I think it's more so like 1.5. Ooh. There we go, something like that. Okay, from the looks of it, the number 1 is gonna also have the black border. Hey there, Pine. Yeah, we're painting. Back to Mario Paint. I was about to say Mario Kart. Mario Kart Paint. They were doing some Diddy Kong racing. There's a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. More of a partner showcase. They'll likely announce, I don't know, a lot of, hopefully we'll see some Bandai Namco games. I don't know. I feel like Bandai Namco might have something up their sleeve. Because I know that they laid, like, both Capcom and Bandai Namco might have some big things to announce tomorrow. They refrain from announcing some of the titles that they're planning to put on Nintendo systems, and possibly due to this upcoming Direct. I know that there were folks that were complaining about, oh yeah, due to Nintendo not allowing third-party developers to announce. But these are going to land on Nintendo systems anyway, so I mean, this is the reason why we have these Directs. But yeah, I've got a feeling that, you know, there's going to be like a bunch of announcements from, you know, either Capcom or Bandai Namco. Maybe even Konami. We may possibly see the upcoming Silent Hill game land on Switch 2. I'd be excited for that. I think if there's any system to play the new Silent Hill on, especially when it's on console, we'd love to see how it runs on Nintendo Switch 2. But yeah, is any games that you're expecting to see tomorrow? To hopefully get announced. Alright, let's see, we get the 1 pixel. I feel like there could be some indie games that they could announce, but I mean, this would be the kind of showcase that would announce like partner. I mean, like partner. I mean like third-party, big third-party publishers like Bandai Namco and Capcom and stuff. I don't know who else. At the moment, I can only just think of like Capcom and Bandai Namco and Konami. Trying to think who else. Oh, Square Enix could be a possibility. I don't know what else they could announce. Maybe Final Fantasy IX remake that they've been holding back to announcing. Imagine Final Fantasy IX. That will probably be a bomb Direct to announce it on, because there's been rumors, strong rumors of a Final Fantasy IX remake, and for them to announce it in tomorrow's Direct, it's gonna be a blockbuster, all over Twitter kind of news, all over YouTube kind of news. Like, yeah, mind-blowing announcement from Square Enix, if they would announce it, but who knows? Maybe they're still keeping it under wraps to maybe announce on a PlayStation State of Play or something. But we'll see. Alright. I think I want to add the pixel. Oh. I feel like let me try something. What if I do a mix of black and red? I don't know about that. Looking at the stream preview to see how it looks. Welcome to Dreamland. Cute. Going in with 0 expectations, yeah. It's probably best to go in with no expectations. As usual. Each time that Josh asks me, oh yeah, Roth, what do you expect for the upcoming Direct? I'll keep my expectations low. so that I can be surprised by the announcements. That's probably the best way to go about it. But yeah, either or, wherever they can announce. I think indie games is a great news already. Actually, I think that should be. Let's see, try just this a little more. Oh. Ba-bum. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Let's try back here. Oh. Man, this like trying to guess how it would look if I tried this. No. This is where like you gotta study how like animated GIFs or even GIF format would look like when you zoom in, so you can see where the pixelation would look like on some of those images, or compressed look of like a GIF file. Should probably make that black. Ooh, right there, something like that. Although I don't think the one actually looks like that. I think how I had it before was alright. Yeah, there. Yeah, things like that. I think this should be. Whoop. Let's do another pixel here. Maybe another one. Oh man. Try cutting a red. Huh. That's how I had it before, but oh well. Alright. I think I'll keep it like that for a bit. Let's go back to brush. Oh yeah, just in case you missed it last night, let me see. I'll show you the drawings that I did. Okay. You can get a little preview when you go to load system state. So we got the white blaze, and then this is the result of last night. The second drawing, that is the Derby, the tiger from K-pop Demon Hunters. I'll show the screenshot. Just in case folks are just like randomly stopping by and seeing the drawing that we're working on. Okay, it's a video clip. Towards the end of last night's stream. Oh my gosh, my eyes just melted.
Cute. Very cute.
Yep, that's Derpy. And there's the white blaze. I think occasionally I'll continue to play these clips I feel like I need to export these out, so whenever I BRB, I'll just like play these clips over. Specifically for like Mario Paint streams, I think. So they can see like the past, some of the past drawings that we've done. But yeah, good example there. Wow, barely anyone on my Switch friend list right now. I feel like everyone's gone to sleep to wake up for tomorrow. Alright. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this tonight though. Maybe a shorter stream. Because, you know, want to wake up early tomorrow for the directing stuff. Alright, let's put this here. Oh, the 2 dots. Actually, I think the might actually be like over here. Look at his eyes. Imagine if this is how he blinks. It's just the iris or pupil, what do you call it? Oh, you know, I could probably give him the old Donkey Kong style teeth, like that sort of a style. Oh man. Alright, let's add his arms. Yeah, the second one turned out pretty well. I thought it was gonna take me like 15 minutes, but and then I went a little further with that drawing. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should finish it. Then up until I learned what this tool does right here, like this selector tool, I was like, oh, and I started playing around with it. This part should be a little bit bigger. And get his shoulders in. Oh. I want to leave room for his hand. So his hand's gonna be like grabbing a hold of the wheel over here. Maybe another one over here. I feel like his hand is gonna be a bit smaller than his head. I don't know. We'll see. Try to get it to fit. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, we've been having some internet issues today. Man, it took like a good 6 hours for it to get back up. There were like 3 outages all around town in my area. 3 different outages. It came back on like midway, and then like it immediately shut back down. So I had to use the public Wi-Fi to contact customer service for Xfinity. And then they said that there were no outages. And then yeah. And then like should be back up, and then it wasn't back up until like another few hours. So I had to like come up with like a solution to try and gain access, but man, having to depend on like public Wi-Fi just to even contact the company, like, man, what the heck? Like, what are we paying you for? Why are we paying for your service? I had like Verizon Fios employee going door to door over the weekend, asking us if we want to swap over to their service. It's like, man. You know, I had Verizon DSL back in 2003, 2004. It's actually one of the first broadband services that we had. And the guy asked us, like, oh yeah, do you have Verizon? What is your ISP? Would you like to sign up for Verizon Fios? We have Fios in town now. And I'm like, finally, we have Fios? It took ages for there to be Fios set up in town. Been waiting 20 years. Maybe more so like 15. But like, actually more like 17-ish. But when I was living in like Rhode Island, they had Fios over there. It was a Verizon Fios. It's funny how like 15 years ago, or maybe more so like 17 years ago, they had Fios over there, Verizon, and it was expensive to set up too, because even in that neighborhood, or even in that town in general, like Fios is still brand new, newish, and then there was no Fios along that street, so we had to set it up. We were like the first house to set up in that neighborhood in Rhode Island. So it was really expensive at the time. I was like bleeding out money paying for that internet service. But and then it took like I don't know how long it took for them to set up Fios over here, where I'm at now. So when I moved back to Massachusetts, and then just waiting for Fios to be ready. And yeah, it was just too long of a wait, so we just swapped to Xfinity. So it's either the two, like Verizon or Comcast / Xfinity. And now seeing that Xfinity is like, sort of like not keeping up to par. Like, the service is like so bad that it stays offline, you know, for hours on end, you know, the majority of the day. And like, yeah. And especially around summertime too, where everything's like just heated up. And then I guess our modems don't keep up, or I guess the towers that they set up for stuff wouldn't, they would just power down or something. Who knows what the real issue is with their service. But if it takes that long to put it back up, it's like, man. It's like, you know, this day and age, like, the internet is more valuable than even car or house. It's like, man, what is Xfinity doing? Yeah, roughly around like 6 hours-ish. At the moment when it goes down. Also, while I'm talking about it, it may even go down while I'm talking about it, while I'm streaming right now. I don't know if it's going to go down again, you know? So there's a case of that. That's why I still have the Stream Elements timer saying, oh yeah, the net connection might be a little wonky. And sometimes it would be. So I keep that enabled, just in case it happens. So that thing would run even when I'm offline, if I'm not streaming, it would still. Well, I guess when I'm online, that's when it would auto activate itself. But yeah, and that connection is not always stable. Just a little warning. But when it works, but like, the times that it doesn't, it's like, I feel like a lot of folks in our neighborhood has Xfinity, which is probably explains why it would go down, especially during like high traffic hours, when everyone's using it, either for Netflix or whatever, you know. But I don't know. I feel like it would be up to the ISP to fix it ASAP, to provide for, you know, for the customers. But yeah, that's what's been happening. I think past few days. Continues to go down. And then like just trying to find connection. I think just setting up like a hotspot, even for like using a phone to set up a hotspot, would be the alternate way. And I had to do that many times in the past. Like I lost count of how many times I had to do that for so many, you know, occasions. Even back in like 2010, when I had no ISP, like actual home internet. There has been like years when I had no home internet, so I would have to hotspot off of the phone before it became a thing for phones and stuff. Back when not many people knew what hotspotting even was. 2010 on a Nokia. I did it on a Nokia. Before cellular services like AT&T or T-Mobile started making uses of it, and you know, before they started advertising and stuff, you could do that on a Nokia phone. You just gotta have the app to do it. And the apps were free, community built. But yeah, back in 2010, I was streaming while hotspotting. So Fragile Dreams on the Wii was one of those titles I still recall to this day. It wasn't stable though, I'll tell you that. Because like after a while of hotspotting, it would just run out of battery. And that's when the issues arrived. So about like, I don't know, you get a good like 2 or 3 hours of gameplay before I have to start charging it, you know, plugging in a cable to charge the device, and then it was back on. It was back when I was streaming on Mogulus, aka livestream.com. But yeah, I wish I could have archived that stream though. I didn't get to archive it before they closed it down. I was thinking to revisit that game and replay it over again. Maybe revisit the old file. So that game was really good. I don't know if you heard of it though, or seen it. Fragile Dreams. Farewell to the something world or something. I forgot what the subtitle or at least called. Beep, 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 beep. Heard it but never seen it. Oh yeah, it's a horror-themed RPG adventure. It's spooky but not too spooky. It's a bit anime-ish, but it's I don't know. It's a I think for the general audience, it's tolerable when it comes to like the horror aspect. It's about like searching for spirits and then reading about their past, and some of those stories that they write for those characters, for those ghosts and spirits, you know, pretty sad, and they're really heart-wrenching, kind of sad, and you just feel for the characters and stuff. So I kind of want to go back and replay it someday and feature it, because it's been like 15 years. 2009, I think, when it came out. There might be a link to an old tweet, and down below in the descriptions of past games streamed. And I think it would lead to a tweet, an old tweet, which was retweeted by Exceed Games, the publisher for that game back in the day. And they never re-released it. They never put it out in like HD or anything, never been remastered. Well, what if they were to announce a remaster tomorrow? As soon as tomorrow. Because it has been like 15 years since the release of that game. I feel like not many people have seen or heard about it. Because it came out in an age where it's like not everyone was playing the Wii to play those kind of games. You know? Like, people would have like PlayStation and Xbox and stuff, Xbox 360 and PS3, but there were certainly some unique games on the Wii that you had to have a Wii to play them because they were exclusive to them. Otherwise, like, it's just the casual stuff that people would see, the shovelware, and they just don't look past that to see the gems that's been releasing on there, on that system. But yeah, I wanted to feature it back in February, but I didn't get to do it. It would have been a Fragile Dreams February. Fragile Dreams February. But man, I didn't get to do it. March was the anniversary for it, and I didn't get to feature it in time for it. So many things happened around March. Mario Day. I forgot what was happening Mario Day. If another code, gotta have remaster, remake. Let's hope for Fragile Dreams. Yeah, another code R. Yeah. Another Code was more like Nintendo IP though, whereas like Fragile Dreams, I think it was Marvelous Entertainment, and then the publisher was Exceed So I don't know if Exceed would still have the license to put it out. But something like, you know, Another Code is you know, it's great to see it come back. I played a demo for that. The demo was good. From what they did for that Switch version, looked really good. And for them to bring the Japan exclusive with sequel, I think that was awesome. Oh. Yeah, that's another great story. Another Code one. Although I think that the remake did away with like the Wii Remote stuff. They replaced that stuff with Switch Joy-Cons and stuff. So in a way, I feel like it lost a little bit of what the original had, while also keeping it up to date. But it's okay. They gotta do what they gotta do to bring it up to date. Ooh. Yeah, the Wii Remote stuff, the DS. Like, there was a certain charm to those games on the systems that they were made for. But you know, when it comes to remasters and stuff, they gotta change some things. It's not always to the exact T of how it was. Ooh. I like that. So it gives it like a shadow. Let me try that. Let's try this. Or even this. Part brown, part red. There we go. Let's try the other one. Oh, snap. Yeah. Yeah, I like the cinematics and how they recreate the character models, which look really good. Hey there, Miss McKay. Sorry that I have, I don't know if that's a natural bot or if you're a human, feel free to type something in the chat, but you may have to wait like 10 minutes or so. It's like the bare minimum, because we've been getting a whole lot of bots. There'll be bots floating around both sites, or I guess all sites, not just YouTube and Twitch. I think it's less YouTube nowadays. There used to be a whole lot of like Russian bots over on YouTube for some reason. But I think the past few years they start to calm down a bit on those bots. And now it's more so on Twitch and the big K side, KICK. Yeah, I shouldn't say it out loud. Yeah, they'll be hovering around those places. Oh, thanks for the daily check-in. Also welcome. See, that's how I know that you're not a bot. when folks click on that thing. Also, I feel like I need to adjust that. Although it is nice to see it. I don't know. Maybe I should add a different sound to it. I'll have to come up with my own sound for that. Custom sound for the check-ins. Oh wait, I just saw a texture thing. This one here. Let's see how this looks like. Oh my god, this looks like a scar. It's like Diddy Kong's got hurt. He's got hurt over here. Maybe he got hit by a rocket or something. These are some unique textures that make some of the objects look more interesting. Like this could be used for gold. There's even a rainbow one. Let's see how this looks like. See, this could be used for like, I don't know, like a superstar or something, you know? The superstar effect. So when you pick up a Starman superstar, you get turned into like this very colorful character, you know? Even the cursor is feeling it. The cursor is still rainbowy right now. Yeah, we're doing some Diddy Kong racing. Make the sound with Mario Paint? Yeah, possibly. There's a lot of fun sound effects. Even just clicking on the tools and stuff. But I do like the let me see. The bomb effect. I feel like the bomb effect is a little too loud. So if I go with this, like that, it's like a crashing effect. Oh, I might also need to turn on the 8Cs tune. But yeah, we're trying to draw the Diddy Kong from this cover art, Diddy Kong Racing DS, which had online play. So it's just that drawing there, without the other two characters, or four. So my plan is to, you know, so far we got the background down. I'll still need to maybe do some more stuff in the background. And then the character in the middle, main focus is Diddy. And I guess I'll add a balloon. Yeah. Balloon on the side here. Either here, or maybe over here. Maybe a cloud. I'm thinking to maybe add the waterfall on this side, but we'll see. I think generally it's just having the trees, the palm trees. I actually used one of the stamps that they provided for this app. This is also on Switch 2. Of course, it's the Switch 2 version of it. Don't know if this is available on Switch 1 or not, and whether or not they would have mouse mode enabled, or mouse mode support. Alright, let's get to the other hand. Imagine. I don't know. I think that bomb sound effect would be fitting for something odd. Oh, thanks. Am I being bombarded by bots again? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if they do the daily check-in or not, or any of the commands. Channel points commands. I think upon a follow you get like 300 points by default. So feel free to make use of them if you want. If not, it's okay. There's also an ad starting soon, so prepare for the ads. Actually, I think once the ads start, I can probably grab some ice and maybe turn on the AC. I feel like the drawing, even though it's been like 2 hours past, it is at a point where it's good enough as a thumbnail preview for people to browse and say, oh yeah, this guy's drawing Diddy Kong Racing, I recognize that character. Let me click and see. I think it's reached that point. There should be a term for that sort of thing where the click-through, I think, something about like along the lines of click-through. Like it's at a point in this drawing where it's like, oh yeah, it's interesting enough for people to click through, whereas like normally at the start when I'm working on the background of this drawing before I even started on Diddy Kong, it's like not as you know your typical canvas of how it looks when you initially started drawing, but when you're at like the halfway point, that's when, you know, it would lure people in, I guess. But you never know what you'll find, you know, while browsing the categories, right? You just gotta hope that you catch a good one, I guess. I think on the viewer end. Alright, well, let's get the wheel. But I'm glad people are recognizing these characters, right? Draw a popular character people recognize, you know, people see, yeah, I recognize that character. Let me go see. people like to cheer for the popular character. Man. I bet that wheel is I gotta make it a little smaller, right? Okay, I think this hand needs to be a bit bigger. Ba-da-ba. I'm curious to see if like there'll be a co-op mode for something like this, you know, like if they were to do like, oh, I thought about this too. What if the developers of Scribblet were to come out and then announce like console versions of Scribblet? I think that'll be amaze balls. That would be amaze balls if they were to announce like a console version of Scribblet, and then porting the Scribblet over to Switch and stuff. I'm not sure how they're gonna do it though. I mean, you gotta have like mouse mode support, you know, and then the system itself needs to have the USB, which I'm sure most consoles do nowadays. So the Switch dock, you know, plug the mouse through there, and it should be able to support it, I think. And yeah, they could evolve the game from there. Tonight was almost going to be a Scribblet session. Then I did mention that I was going to hop back onto this, so here we are. Alright, let's see if we can capture this. I think using the black. Ooh, I think the brown actually looks pretty good. Oh. Okay. Yeah, just before I ended last night, one of our friends, Fatal Taco Cat, or Fatal Taco. Keep adding the cat at the end. You're like, oh, K-pop Demon Hunter's cat. I'm like, yeah, hooray! Someone who actually has watched the film, or at least recognized the character. But I mean, it's still a fresh new movie, and not everyone has seen it, you know. But like, you know, when it comes to like folks who do watch a lot of movies and they keep up to date with like the latest films and stuff, and then at that point they see a character that they recognize straight away, it's like, wow, time to celebrate. But I don't know. I mean, the film's been out for like at least a month. And I don't know, whenever you know, I feel like I'm taking a risk if I try to do fan art straight away within the week that the film has been out. And this doesn't matter if it's like an existing IP or an old IP, you know. But if I try to do fan art right away for like a brand new film, you know, feel inspired after watching a brand new film. Maybe it's a brand new IP, say K-pop Demon Hunters or something, and then like people don't get it, you know. People don't understand what we're drawing. Let's see. Which I think. And I don't know. I feel like I could have done one. I could have done like a fan art in Scriblets the week that it came out, the film came out. And I feel like I should have, you know. I think even if new or old, I feel like I should have done something. And especially when you believe in a film, you know, at least captured like animated GIFs of it. And seeing how much like a lot of fan art that it's gotten. Within that week of release, it's like, oh man, you know, the whole entire art community is going for it, you know. But you know, now that it's like reached #1 spot on Netflix and for like so many weeks straight, and yeah, every day that passes by is like, man, I feel like I should draw it. And then like, you know, there's like a little bit of that regret, you know, of not drawing it as time passes every day. But then like, you know, you're so busy with other things, so many things happening all at once. Brand new Donkey Kong game. Yeah. Some of the things that's been on my mind is like, man, I wish I can get to this, but I can't yet. I mean, I can, but I, you know, decide not to. Beep, beep, beep. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like I should have had a drawing in ASAP. So I see so much fan art on Twitter and Blue Sky. And me being like an old school, I was so into K-pop back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And seeing this film just like sort of brings me back to that phase that I was in. Hey, Miss McKay, finally prove your non-robotness. Hey, welcome. The name of the Mario Paint stream, we were talking about if anybody else was playing that was doing well and shout. Oh, thanks. Well, there you go. Thanks to the person that shouted it out. Do you remember what their username was so I can shout them back? Also, thanks, by the way. think this is like the only other like Kong related racing piece of merch that I have. It's based on the Mario Kart DS line of toys that they put out. Not sure what company though. Oh, it says Eugene. Yeah, Eugene. Eugene is the company that made these wind-up toys. Oh, I think the rubber band is starting to wear out. Oh, there you go. It's actually a Mario Party minigame that lets you do that with the Joy-Con 2s. So Jamboree TV would be the DLC, and you gotta like wind. You gotta do like the wind motion with the Joy-Cons, and then let your in-game character race towards and not get thwomped by the thwomp, you know? So it's pretty much just like winding up one of these toys here. But I've yet to play it. You have to play the new mini games. Loopy Picklehead? Alright, let me see. I'll probably be sure to swing by the channel once this is over. Loopy Picklehead. Thanks for the shout out. Actually, let me take a look at their channel right now. Actually, I can probably play a clip. There's the new school way of shouting out, and then the old school way of shouting out. This will pop up a clip from their channel. Whoa! Look at that drawing. Oh, thanks for the follow. Oh, snap! Oh, you're using the PC version, I see. So you're able to flip it sideways and stuff? That's a neat idea. That's a neat idea. Oh my gosh. The rest of the UI just like goes sideways. That's awesome. I'm not sure if it's playing sound for you guys. Unless the clip itself is like silent. That's very cool. Man, that's awesome. Cool. Yeah, I mean the app's been out on PC for a long time. I didn't really get to dive much into it. There was the so there's the art portion of it, which is basically, you know, this is what we're doing here. And then there's also the music composer portion of Mario Paint. I think that's the one I have back in 2002. So that's like more than 20 years ago when I started to like experiment with that version. And it's the music composer part of it, not even the art portion, because I knew that the art was going to be like so limited. But I wanted to tiptoe into that music composing part of Mario Paint. So there was an app that they put out for PC. It's essentially like a port, and it must have been, you know, evolved over time. But back in 2002, or whichever year it was, it's like early 2000s when I first dipped into it. And even then, it was very limited. But that's like, you know, it's part of what Mario Paint was. So now that we officially get Mario Paint on an actual Nintendo system, it is the one time we get to play around with it officially. But yeah, that's neat that, you know, people are still making stuff out of it, you know, still being creative with like any iteration, whether it's the official one or the PC port. Alright, not sure what I'm doing here. Alright, let's add another star over here. Yeah, I'm just drawing Diddy Kong. Whatever I can fit in tonight, but I do have to wake up tomorrow for the Nintendo Direct. But I do intend on maybe being up for like maybe another hour or so. So I may or may not finish this tonight. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how far we get. Yeah, this is our second night on it since the release. But I've done a bunch of other art with other apps. So like Scribblet would be the one app that tend to feature a lot. And again, not many people know about Scribblet. And yeah, whenever I feature it, it's like, yeah, people be confused at what it is. But people know Mario Paint. Or maybe some don't, you know? So, I don't know. In a way, like, I feel like this is more known than Scribblet. Even though, comparing Scribblet to this is more limited. It was made way back when. Whereas Scribblet is more recent. But I think after playing around with this just last night, I feel like I need to maybe feature this a lot more. That's why we're on again tonight. So this will likely be like a regular thing. I just gotta, like, you know, think of what characters, what objects I want to draw. But of course, if folks have suggestions, maybe I should put it as like a channel points redemption or something. So if folks want to request maybe a character or something, I think that would be a neat idea. Request your character to draw. Actually, if folks have ideas on what to draw, maybe I'll add it to the list of things. Good Trowns, welcome back. Thanks. We're doing Diddy Kong Racing right now. Oh right, yeah. There'll be a lot of art streams that do like multi-audio channels. So there'll be like a channel for just track 1, right? And that will be the main audio for like voice and I guess the app. You want to include the app audio for both game or, you know, desktop apps, whatever. For track 1 and then track 2 would be like the copyright music. So there'll be a way to avoid copyright music. But yeah, I guess that, you know, the archive footage, it won't pick up the track 2 portion that is the copyright music. So that might just have been the case. Alright. Let's get his nose. Yeah, that's a Nintendo Direct tomorrow, so folks are hoping to see certain titles. And it will be a partner showcase too, so I don't know. I feel like there's something big to be announced tomorrow. And rumor has it that it must have been the Direct being the reason why some of those publishers didn't have their own announcements in the past couple months due to this Direct, because they want to save it for this Direct particularly. But yeah, that's why I don't know, don't want to stay on for too long because I want to catch that Direct tomorrow. Alright. Let's get this. Let's add his ear. Oh. I thought I can also adjust the tunes. So we're about like 2.5 hours in. Alright, let's change the tune. I haven't tried the fourth one yet, so let's hear how this fourth one sounds like. Oh, it goes silent. Interesting. Okay. I like how the dog there just have the mask on. So I guess they only have just the 3. Here's how the first one sounds. That's the first one. The second one. Yeah, this is the more... Yeah, this is the song that I set to last night. And this is the ambient one. Oh my gosh. Okay. I was looking at the background, I thought it was like a different image. Oh my gosh. Just love that crashing sound. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I feel like I'll definitely become a... I don't know if it's a thing already, but I think I might just become like a regular Mario painter. If that's even a thing. I think it would be a swap between Mario Paint and then Scribblet. Because normally I would do Scribblet. Because Scribblet would also have its limitations. And I always wanted to dabble in some more Mario Paint stuff, so now here we are with the official release of it. Ooh, I don't know about this. I think I might have to adjust the curve. Do 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 do. Regular Mario Painter, yeah. Mario Painter. It's funny because, like, not only does it have the art, but also the composition or composing portion of it. So, Mario Composer? Sounds a little bit strange. So what if I were to make the music and just focus on that and that only? Mario Music Painter? A Mario Composer? I don't know. Oh yeah, to answer your question from last night, Trowns, yes, I do make my own music. You can find me on SoundCloud, SoundClick, and SoundCloud. The links are in the description if you can find it. Actually, I don't know if I have a command for it. I'll try it out. SoundCloud. And if I don't, I'll have to add it. 4x4 on the floor? Wait. Why is there 3 floors? Wait, why are there 3 floors? 4x4? 4 on the floor, what the heck? Yeah, I do have some 4x4 beats over on the SoundCloud. I don't know if you've seen it yet or heard it yet. There's some that I posted on YouTube, but it's not many. There's also one track on Bandcamp. You can find one on there. Oh, pixel. Single pixel, please. Learning drumming? Actual drumming? Nice. That's awesome. Also, were you ever... Did you ever took part in Twitch Sings at all? Back when Twitch Sings was a thing? Were you there for the Twitch Sings? You sound better when you're with controllers, yeah. I mean, you're free to do what you want when you're in, you know, the moment of creativity or creation. And it's just fun to experiment. Same thing with art. You're doing art, or when you're doing music, or just being creative. You're in this free space to do whatever you want, you know, and just have fun creating it. Creating and experimenting and see how the results would be. And then afterwards, just sharing that with people. And then I guess it just further inspires people to do more. Everything isn't already made. You can make your own, yeah. You're free to make your own. Or make your own version of something. Inspired by something else. Or just, you can go in like all sorts of directions, I guess. Why am I using that? Let's use this. Beep, 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 beep. Ah. Oh. Really into rock music, hearing the drum beats. Oh man, there's a bunch of there's actually a bunch of streamers that do like drum covers and stuff. I think one that comes to mind would be 8-Bit Drummer. Is it either 8-Bit Drummer or the 8-Bit Drummer? Here, let me see if I can actually find a channel real quick, just to confirm. Is it 8-Bit Drummer? Yeah, it is 8-Bit Drummer. The 8-Bit Drummer. I don't know if they're on right now, but let me check. Oh no, they're off. They were actually on 2 days ago. Yeah, I don't know if you heard about this person here. I'm not sure if I want to pop up the clip yet. So I feel like it would be really loud if I do. But yeah, that channel there. The 8-Bit Drummer. Like, they would do a lot of drum covers, if you're into that sort of thing. If you want to feel inspired. It will get recommended a lot, though. Oh no! Let's see. Let's get that 1 pixel back. Yeah, they're a popular one. I would say that the channel get recommended a whole lot on the main page on Twitch. Oh, what we're listening to right now, it's yeah, I guess you could consider it 16-bit because this is on Super Nintendo. Oh, let me see if it actually save this. Just in case it crashes or something. I hope it doesn't crash. my gosh. The saving music. You asking for the 4x4 beats? There you go. And the crash. The crash. Oh my gosh. There's more so 16-bit, I would say. Getting a choice between 1, 2, and 3 songs. Right now, this is the current song, whatever this is called, the monkey one. Monkey! Oh my gosh, that crashing sound. Oh. Yeah, heads up for folks who are following today. We tend to be streaming every night. Yeah, I tend to be on every night, so adjust your notifications carefully. But yeah, I tend to do a whole variety of stuff. It's not always Mario Paint. Lots of Monster Hunter, lots of Nintendo, and I'll try to segue in some horror games as well. There's actually a bunch of horror games on my Steam list that I've yet to tackle, so there's gonna be a couple here and there, and then eventually I'll get to playing Bonanza, the new Donkey Kong game. Not sure when though. I think now with this app out, or this game out on NSO, I'm like, man. I think Mario Paint is the highlight at the moment. I think with them putting this out on NSO, it just delays my play of Bonanza now. But we'll see. I don't know. I think I'll wait till the time is right. I'll likely wait until no one cares about Bonanza anymore, and then that's when I'll probably play it. I don't know. But we'll see. I'm trying to avoid spoilers for that. Alright, let's give him some bangs, some hair or something here. Can hardly see it on the game cover, but we'll give him some like sprite-based wisp of hair. Whoa. Drum instructor for Dave Grohl style. Oh wait. It's Dave Grohl style. Okay. Interesting. Don't stop, the party's happening. Yeah. Ain't no party like a Mario party. I don't know. May add some more bangs to that. I think maybe expanding this one here. There's also a patch. There's an update patch for Mario Kart. I think I mentioned earlier, but I think it might be important to mention it again. It's an update for Mario Kart World, which I've been enjoying a lot lately. But I get to hop back onto it post-update. And they brought back the 3-lap option again for the random online races. The one that folks were complaining about. the frequency for that to pop up has been adjusted, I think. So I'm curious to see how much that has changed. You can still access it in private lobbies. It's just that the public lobby is where it's apparent that is missing. Yeah, there's a new update for Workout World. There's a bunch of other stuff that they changed. There was a glitch that you could do. I don't think it's ever happened to me, but I wanted to try it out, but I didn't get to do it. That one glitch where you go off a ramp and then you boost up as high as you can with a mushroom. Well, first you perform a trick off that ramp as you go up, like a half pipe over, and then when you use a mushroom to boost to reach as high as you can, there's like a certain roof that you gotta pass, and once you reach it and pass it, you stay suspended in the air for like a while. So you're essentially just like floating in the sky and flying around the map. And yeah, so that part they patched, so you no longer can do it. But that was neat that, you know, we were once able to do it. I think for the hat, I'm probably just somehow maybe spray it or something. It's gonna be a mix of like black, brown, and red. We'll see. I'll get to that.
In life, they're hunters.
Oh.
And then they're monster hunters. Hunting season is open.
Hey there, Loopy. Welcome on in. Thanks for the raid. Were you also streaming Mario Paint? I assume that you were. Also, thanks for the shout out earlier. I had one of your viewers mention. But yeah, hello, Roth here. Tend to do a whole lot of Nintendo, both past systems and current systems. We're playing this on Switch. This is Mario Paint, just released a couple nights ago, and I've been hooked. I guess I guess you can now call me a Mario painter. But yeah, hold on. I just got a message from my friend here, who's asking whether or not my internet is back up. And yes, my internet is back up. We've been having issues all day today for like a good 6, almost 7 hours, I think. And yeah, I've been trying to reach their customer service to. I was ranting about it earlier, where our internet was down. And we have Xfinity too. Like, how could you let your customers down? You saw a shout out? Very kind of. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I tend to do a whole lot of like Nintendo stuff. There's a Nintendo Direct tomorrow, and yeah, looking forward to seeing it. I wasn't going to be on for long tonight for this stream, but I do want to get like a Diddy Kong Racing drawing in. But do you have any links to any of your works, like maybe a Twitter post or Blue Sky post? Feel free to share it. Making good use of the spray brush. Yeah, the spray brush for the grass and stuff. I started out with that for the background. And then, and then the character in the center. I'm starting to learn. Last night, okay, let me show the last night's drawings. Started out with these drawings last night. Did a drawing of White Blaze from Ronin Warriors, which is getting a second season soon, or sequel season, I should say. So it's more of like a reboot slash sequel to the 80s series. It used to air on TV back in 95. Or I guess like throughout the 90s, I guess. And this is the tiger that's from that show. So this is like the first drawing I did for this. Did that last night, and then we did this one later in the night, like after midnight. So it's like an extra 2 hours. So if folks recognize this one, this is Derpy the Tiger from K-Pop Demon Hunters Netflix film. And all because yesterday was Tiger Day. So I tend to go by the days, thematically by the days of what day it lands on and stuff. And today happens to be Cheesecake Day. There you go. Oh, thanks for the hydrate. I do need to hydrate. Right back to this drawing. So you can't believe they're doing a remake sequel? Yeah. I think that's coming soon later this year. Is it this year or next year? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's this year. Ooh, let me check the drawing. Whoa! Whoa, look at that. That is awesome. Sonic ice cream. And a very realistic one, too. The textures on that? Holy moly. That is awesome, man. Oh, thanks for the hydrate there, Octo. Daily check-in? Sweet. Send you a follow. Yeah, that is awesome. I wish I could display it on the in the frame, but I had to like swap to a different input on the TV to do it. Yeah, that's really cool to see what you can do with the app slash game. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a whole lot of these drawings. I think now that this Mario Arts or Mario Paint is officially out, this is very reminiscent of like Miiverse. I don't know if you guys ever tried Miiverse on the Wii U and stuff. So like on the Wii U there would be like a message board sort of thing. You can post. It's like a forums, but like for the message portion, you can actually draw or write your message and stuff. So people, including myself, would spend hours upon hours, like jotting down every single pixel, you know, making it as perfect as can be before we press the post button. And you can preview it before you post it and stuff, which is very neat. But yeah, this is, you know, it's very much, the 2 and 2 are like very much the same. Almost, except this has color, whereas Miiverse is just only that one color, you know, the black and white. So even that has its own limitations, you know. But yeah, both the Wii U and the 3DS later on, you know, they put it over to 3DS, so folks on the 3DS can also post on Miiverse. But yeah, this is I guess, you know, now having it on, you know, up-to-date system and being able to click, you know, as if you're using a mouse, you know, with the Joy-Con and stuff, is pretty neat. You get the how it would feel if you were to play on Super Nintendo. But even back then, there weren't many people around my neighborhood that even had Mario Paint. So I didn't really get to see it in person or try it out in person. But up until they ported over to the PC, I think back in the early 2000s, that was my first dip into, you know, what was Mario Paint at the time. and even in that state, it was just like the music composing portion of it. Which further reminds me of another game that they put out for the DS called Daigasso Band Brothers. Wait, Daigasso Band Brothers. I think in the US it was just called Band Brothers. But it was more like a rhythm-based game where you can compose your own music. But yeah, that was another different IP that Nintendo put out. Another first-party one. But we haven't seen a return of that for so long. Although it's good to see Rhythm Heaven making a comeback to us. That's pretty good. Are they gibbers? Gibbers? Dibbers. Seeing a lot of new names. Yeah, lots of neat old IPs that have been dormant for a long while. Now seeing a return. Like Another Code. We were just talking about Another Code earlier. That has been dormant for so many years, and now it's been ported over to the Switch and stuff. It's always neat to see like a series returning, even if it's just like a remaster. But maybe it's more so like to gauge interests if people want a new entry or something. Let's see. Yeah, thanks for the raid. Bedtime routine. Yeah, no problem. I'm glad that to be able to feature a little bit of Mario Paint. I was deciding whether or not to hop back onto this or do Scrub It. But even if I think either way, I think it would have been like an art stream tonight anyway. But there's a lot more in mind that I want to feature too. But yeah, take care. Thanks for the raid again. Normally I don't often turn on the raids. Usually when it's like getting close to ending stream is when I start to disable them. Yeah, making use of that feature, I guess. Alright, I think this rim here, the bumper, should have some darker spots. Whoop. Actually, I think having a thicker line down here. Yeah, I'll try to get in as much as I can with the drawing tonight. Not sure how long I'll be on for though. Would say like maybe another hour, but whatever I can fit in. And then if I don't finish it tonight, we'll probably save it for another day. Oh, I don't know. Not sure. I can't say I would come back to this tomorrow though, but. But there will definitely be more Mario Paint sessions, I think. For months to come at least. Maybe even years. Let's go with this. Wow. Gosh. There we go. And there you go. Gotta get it to look smooth. Smooth as you move. Smooth moves. WarioWare. Man, imagine they bring back smooth moves. Yeah, I guess especially with like Switch 2, maybe a brand new WarioWare. I don't know. I don't think the previous one was as exciting or as impactful as like, you know, prior titles in the WarioWare series. I feel like we could have used like a platformer, like a brand new Wario platformer. There's yet to be a brand new Wario platformer. I think the last one being Mask, the Mask of, that wasn't even, oh, Mask of the Skies or something like that, if I recall correctly, the DS one, which wasn't all that great. And then there was like the Land Shaken. I think that was the last good one. 2D side scroller though. Let me see. I think this part here needs to be even more shiny. Yeah, I feel like even with the new Donkey Kong game, Bonanza and stuff, like it's got that WarioWare, or not Wario, the Wario Land / world sort of elements. Donkey Kong collecting a whole lot of gold, you know, and he's like busting through the grounds. It's very Wario Land. Yeah, I feel like they could have had Wario in place of the Donkey Kong, because initially that was supposed to be like a Mario game. Like after they got started on that since like right after Odyssey. Yeah, right after Odyssey, and then it was just like filling the spot of the character. Whereas it didn't feel too much like a Mario game, maybe, during development. So they just swapped it with Donkey Kong instead. Especially with the companion character. And then since Wario does not have a companion character in his games, I don't know. Yeah. Even the recent Kirby game, the Forgotten Land, one that came out on Switch, that Kirby had a companion character. So I feel like a lot of the games nowadays would have a companion character with these platformers or adventure games, especially when it's like when it comes to like a Nintendo title, you know. Aside from like Metroid, I'm trying to think if Star Fox would. I guess Star Fox would be a team, so there'd be more than one companion. But you're a team just working together to, you know, get from one point A to point B. And shooting a bunch of things, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're due for a new WarioWare, or not WarioWare. Well, both WarioWare and a Land / world game for a long time. But I guess this year we're just getting DK to shine. It's great because the designer for DK that we've known for so many years since the 90s, Kevin Bayliss, I think UK based, like he was the designer for Donkey Kong for the Country series and onwards, the whole redesign for Donkey Kong. He was part of Rare, and then even he was excited for the new design or the new game. I was just combined two words together. The new design. Yeah, and even he was excited for it. He's like, yeah, this is a new Donkey Kong. I saw him tweet out a photo of himself picking up the game. Nope. There's gonna be a lot of shiny pixels here. I think doing the checkered pattern for the shine would be ideal. Or maybe even using the neon green. Let me see. Yeah, there is a neon green. Get that in. Let's grab this. And then let's fill this in. There we go. Man, imagine doing like pixel by pixel. That's what's happening right now. Very slow progress, but it is. It's going. Alright, yeah. Like how that blends together. Kinda have to like imagine it. Let's see how it looks first. Oh, ads are coming out a bit. I think this might be a good time to maybe turn on the AC and grab some more ice, so I'll give it 30 seconds, I think. Yeah, thanks again for everyone stopping by. Man, I feel like this might not be like the most interesting thing on the internet. Just watching some guy just like jotting down pixel after pixel. It's a long process, I'll tell you that. Probably not the most interesting thing, but anyways, here, I'll be right back in a bit. I'll grab some ice. I think I'll leave it on the screen, and actually I'll just play some clips and crips. Be right back. Guy runs right in front of me. Alright, this part here, I think. Let me try to use the boost. Ooh, combat boost right there. Laptop gun. Wait, slow-mo, man. Years. About like 8 years before even killing Floor. It is really cool. Man, I can't shoot him. Look at this. What other game had this? Wow. It's in that room, I think. Man, how did I get in front of us so quickly? Go, 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 go.
Danger. The emergency destruct system is now activated. The ship will
Good thing I turned around quickly enough.
-3
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I don't have flame. Barely even plays this game, so I still have Mad Celeste. Oh, there's Blondie right there. Me deciding whether I should. I sent the invite over to see if she joins or not. I don't know if she did or not that night. I'm like, should I? She's on a team already. But did she join? Let me see. Me deciding whether who to invite to the lobby. Yeah, I was gonna invite Paladin too. These guys here would play a lot. The Lapras guy. Oh, there! Oh my gosh, look at that. Hello! Look at Blondie. Hey! A lovely Blondie. She's having her teeth removed today, I think. Or I think she's prepping for the operation. She has like a dentist appointment. And a really ooh, okay. Oh no, don't stand in front of me. My gosh. That guy was... Oh my gosh, and again. We gotta find Elvis. Look at him. The perfect dark clips play again. Oh my gosh. That game was so fun. I feel someday I need to maybe replay that game again. But again, there's like just so many games. Oh, another one that I wanted to also revisit is Turok. Yeah. And the first Turok was the one I played, but I don't think I ever got to play the second one. There's a Turok and Turok 2 back on the N64. And that one also had multiplayer, like first-person shooter multiplayer. And I remember playing a little bit of it with my neighbors. Let's get the shine up here. But yeah, I think they have both Part 1 and Part 2 on the N64 app. So that might be a someday feature. Oh, you know what would be an interesting idea? A technique is to put all the color palettes as a shortcut. Maybe right here at the bottom or in the corner or something, so it's easier to access. So you go from like this here to that, you know, back and forth like that. That way it's easier to access instead of like, you know, going back and forth between this brush and then selecting the color and then coming back. Or I guess you're selecting it from the canvas itself. Would be another way. Alright, take it easy, Loopy. Thanks for joining. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your night. Yeah, I'll probably be on this for maybe another half hour or so. Actually, if people want to see more art, let me see if I can pull up. Oh no, I can't. Since the broadcasting PC does not pick up the files, I can't show it. Man, I feel I need to come up with a way to back up those files and carry it over to this PC, but I've yet to do that. Because I wanted to show the some of the old drawings that I did with other apps like Drawpile and Scribblet, like especially Scribblet, just so you guys can see the difference in the limitations of each app and stuff. But maybe another day. I don't know. I think if I had my capture device on the main PC, the primary PC that I'd normally be on, you'll be able to see the slideshow that would have enabled, but we're not on that computer right now. I mean, I am on it, but like we're not broadcasting from it. Spoiled again, yeah. Okay. The idea just came to me, and I was like, "Oh no, I can't." Dang it. Yeah, I gotta get that. The wheel part is gonna be tricky. Ba, 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 ba. Hmm. Like the Mamba style of the tune. Ooh, I don't know about this wheel. I feel like I need to expand this portion of the cart first. I think of that tune from Donkey Kong Country. I remember how it goes. A few notes there that sound similar to it. I think the notes go a little higher, but hmm. I think around this time is when most people would be heading to bed. I should be heading to bed too. I think it'd probably be like, I don't know. I think once it hits the o'clock. These wheels look like pumpkins. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they'll announce tomorrow. Usually the morning directs aren't as great. Especially with like a Pokemon one. There was a Pokemon Presents. Which they did announce some stuff, but I don't know, they don't always come out as exciting, you know? I mean, it's nice for the Pokemon fans, but I don't know. I mean, we already know that the big titles are slated for later this year. CA, but Legend CA. Yeah, usually an early one isn't as, you know, explosive of news. Sometimes it is, but like, it's been a long while since we had one that's like as exciting. But I noticed like that the morning ones are like less exciting. Sometimes there would be, but I mean not all the time. Most of the time, not as exciting. I don't know. It could change tomorrow. We'll see. If they're holding back some of the announcements, as they say, then there might be something exciting. Especially if it's coming from like a third party. I feel like they could show more of that that Dusk. What's that Bandai Namco game? Or From Software game? It's a Souls game? Souls-like? Co-op, multiplayer. Something Dusk Blood or something like that? Yeah, Dusk Bloods, right? Is it the Dusk Bloods? Check it real quick. Yeah, the Dusk Bloods. The next From Software game. So it's like kind of like Bloodborne, but it's exclusive on Nintendo Switch 2. And all because like, you know, Sony, they're doing something that's preventing there to be another Bloodborne game on there. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the story is behind that. But I guess they partnered up with Nintendo to put a title on there on the Switch 2 instead. So when they announced like Dusk Bloods heading to Switch 2, it made people excited. Or I guess it turned some heads for the folks that are, you know, all about the Souls likes, or the Souls games. This could potentially be a system seller since it's exclusive. But then, like, I guess Mario Kart World would already be the system seller. I don't know. I think on paper, that kind of game seemed like it's going to be a fun, emphasis on the word fun, because of the co-op aspect, you know, and especially with like the more recent expansion, or I guess it's a separate game, that is Elden Ring. Night Rain, yeah. I feel like Elden Ring players were not too pleased about that entry for some odd reason. But it seems like something that could have been part of the game at the start. You know, co-op experience. So it seems like they're venturing off into that co-op multiplayer experience now. Whereas initially it was just like a solo kind of game, you know? Mostly solo. So this part here needs to be like orange and yellow. I don't know. I think we might see more of that Dusk Blood game. Maybe a little more than that too. I don't know. And it's always need to see more gameplay of it, because questions would arrive whether or not people remember that the game is coming. I think there's a small number of people that are against it. It's like, oh, I'm gonna boycott this game and stuff like that, like, okay. Just because you weren't happy with the decision that they're making, at least see the reason why they're making it. Why they're making that game. And I guess, then from there you can decide whether or not to support it. And then that goes for any game, though. I know. I do like the idea of the co-op experience. I see some fun in that. Where, like, for me, I do enjoy, like, the Monster Hunter kind of games, where you do get the co-op and stuff. And then, just fight bosses and monsters in general. So I could definitely see something with, forgetting the name again. Dustbloods. Yeah, Dustbloods. Is it Dustbloods? My gosh. It's not a very memorable name. But I think I'll try to get used to it. Yeah, Dustbloods. The Dustbloods. It's a weird name. It reminds me of another Capcom game that had dust in the name. D-U-S-T? It was Dust something, I forgot what it was. It was like an indie game that they published. Like a platformer, fast-paced platformer kind of game. Dust something, and you carry a mop or something like that, or a broom, I guess. It's called Dust something, Capcom. But this one is dusk, as in like dawn, from dusk till dawn. Dusk Bloods. I don't know, could be fun. It might not be everyone's, cup of tea, but, I think it's mostly meant for the Souls fans. Yeah. I think the fan groups, I guess, I don't know. They have their ways. Yeah, I guess they could also show that Warriors game, the Hyrule Warriors. I mean, yeah, because that's by Koei Tecmo or whoever it was. Koei, yeah, Koei Tecmo, right? Or Team Ninja, yeah, Team Ninja / Koei Tecmo, I guess. They could also show that. And yeah, I think that's another one that I'll look forward to. I haven't even played the second one yet, the second game. Age of Calamity for the Switch. Heard good things. I mean, I've seen some good things too, but I'm curious to see how they go about their version of the story. Gosh, I don't know what this yellow part. I think I'll get back to the wheel someday. Let's get some grays in there. I think it's important to have the grays. Separate the orange and the yellow. Lots of potential tomorrow. What will be announced? Yeah. mean, they could show some existing games that we already know about, or they can show some new stuff. I'm open for some new stuff, you know? Always vouch for new stuff. Oh, over on Soup, hello. Thank you. Yeah, you can now use a Joy-Con as a mouse. There's a mouse mode now. So this is Mario Paint, the Super Nintendo game. And yep. And yeah, it's now available on Switch 2. Oh. You can also browse the OS with the mouse mode. Let's try to pronounce their name. Rudy? It's like a Thai. It's in Thai characters. I used to be able to read Thai fluently, but not anymore nowadays. Like back in the 90s, I used to be able to read and write Thai, or study it. It's kind of easy to learn too. I wouldn't know like what the words mean unless I look it up, but I would know how to read and write it back in the day. I had a learn Thai book back in like 97, 98. I'll just like study it on my own, aside from school. All right. Let's see. What else can I add to this? I feel like his eye should be should have some grays on there. Yeah, I feel like there should be like an art section over on Soup, but they don't have it. Like art/creative section. I think I set it to retro games category, which is how people are finding this over on Soup. But yeah, if you have some way to contact the folks at Soup, please tell them to add an art section. Art, and I think they used to also have music section, but when I try to look it up, it seems to be disappeared, or it seems to have disappeared. They don't have an art or music section. Even though I think I still see people doing music, but they would play the music under a different category. There used to be like an other topics category, but even that is gone. So I don't know what they're doing. Beep, 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 beep. Gosh. I feel like people are gonna be like so surprised by this drawing if I finish it. Oh, nice. My gosh, nice. Yeah, this is tough to do, man. This is tough to do. You have to have a lot of patience to even do this, man. That's why you barely see anyone have a go at it, you know? But it's surprising to see, like, you know, that there are people out there that have been streaming this, yeah. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Dude, the thing is, like, there's an undo, but there's no redo. If I want to undo that undo. Dee-dee-doo-dee-doo. His face. He's already crackling. Oh, that should be like a laughing emote. Just have the Diddy Kong laugh. Yeah, maybe someday. Someday. I'll definitely draw him. Looking like this. Just like grinning. Grinning with his eyes closed. That'll be an upcoming emote. I need to write that down somewhere so I can remind myself. Apparently there's no red and black. I'll have to make my own. Oh, ads are starting up in a bit. This one's good too. Let's get single pixel. And starting soon. And trying to get that head portion. Oh man, can't wait to get to like the Pokemon drawings. I think once I do Pokemon, it's gonna lure a lot of people in. I should do like another layer. Go a little higher. Nice, nice, nice. Shaping up that hat. I still feel like the hat needs to be a little longer, but I don't know. I think it would have probably like pushing it out a little more. Let's see. Maybe even this bottom part. Do, 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 do. Alright. Continue to look back and forth. Man, it's definitely coming along. Here, let's do a save. So that we don't lose it. The save switch. Not sure what that means with the 100. Could be the file size or something. Or just the number of time it takes to save or something. I wonder what broke in the kitchen. Boop, 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 boop. It's part of the wheel that goes down. Oh, okay, so I have to do like a rim around these parts. Maybe I'll make a gray. Yeah, I have to draw like a gray rim around here. Maybe I should dip lower. Let me add that. Let's use this color. Oh. It's like a smaller. Actually, I could probably use the line tool, but I don't know. Can't really bend the line tool. Oh, I think it's supposed to go a little further down, right? This part should be black, I think, from the looks of it. Yeah, it's supposed to curve inward. Okay. I think the legs are supposed to be... Yeah. The legs are supposed to be, like, tucked inside, so... I think I might have to, like, jet this out a little more or something. Alright. I feel like I should just maybe start wrapping it up, because if I continue, it'll just go on much longer than I would intend, so... I don't know. I may not come back to this, maybe tomorrow. Probably during the day, I don't know. Actually, I might be busy during the day. Yeah, I don't know. I may not come back to this tomorrow, but... I think I'll do another save, and then I'll screenshot it, just in case. Beep 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 boop. Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop. What's going on over there? Alright. Screenshot. Yeah. Alright. Guess we'll go back to main menu. Right now, this is how it's looking. How do I go back? Forgot how to do this. Also, what is the select? What is the start? I guess it's just reset, right? Oh yeah, let me do a save state just in case. I think I probably still load it up. Like the in-game load. So let's do create, suspend points, and save it slot 3. This is our third drawing. Diddy Kong Racing. Look at that. Thumbnail preview. Previously we did these two last night, and now we're on to this one. That's the thing with the limitations, is you only have like that 4 slots for the Super Nintendo app. Hopefully someday in the future they may increase it. That'll be blessed. You know? It would be blessed if they would increase that to like 200 or something. No? I don't know. Knowing Nintendo, they might just like, I don't know, not increase it at all. And if they do, it would be like just 10 or 20, but yeah, no more than that, I don't think. I don't know. I'm gonna reset this. Go back to title screen, and yeah, gonna call it there. Nintendo Direct tomorrow. Who knows what they'll announce? I'll be watching it if I can. Try to get it. Watch it when it's live, and I guess we'll review it when I come back tomorrow. May not come back with Mario Paint, but we'll see. We shall see. Anyways, I'm gonna take off for now. Thanks for the raid earlier. Yeah, have yourself a wonderful rest of your night and your day, and I'll see you next one. Later.
See you next time!